انٹرویو کرنے کے فوائد. انٹرویو کرنے کے فوائد میں سب سے پہلے آپ کے اندر سیلف کانفیڈنس آتا ہے, آپ کو اپنے اوپر بلیف آتا ہے کہ آپ انٹرویو کر سکتے ہیں. دوسرا, آپ کو یقین آتا ہے جب آپ کو کوئی اوکے کر دیتا ہے. اگر آپ کسی پاکستان کے پریزیڈنٹ کا انٹرویو کر رہے ہیں تو آپ کے اندر اتنا کانفیڈنس ہونا چاہیے کہ آپ اس کو فیس کر سکیں. جیسے جیسے آپ لوگوں کا انٹرویو کرتے جاتے ہیں ویسے ویسے آپ کے اندر کانفیڈنس بڑھتا جاتا ہے اور آپ کے اندر طاقت آتی جاتی ہے کہ آپ لوگوں کو فیس کر سکتے ہیں. تو سب سے پہلے آپ کو کانفیڈنس ملتا ہے. نمبر 2, آپ کو علم ملتا ہے. جب آپ کسی وائز آدمی کے ساتھ انٹرویو کرتے ہیں یا کسی ایسے آدمی کے ساتھ انٹرویو کرتے ہیں جس کے خیالات آپ کے خیالات سے بالکل الگ ہیں, تو آپ کو اس سے سیکھنے کو ملتا ہے. آپ کسی ایسے آدمی کے ساتھ انٹرویو کرتے ہیں جس کے خیالات آپ کے خیالات ملتے ہیں, تو کیا ہوتا ہے کہ پھر آپ کو یقین ہوتا ہے کہ آپ کے خیالات اچھے ہیں, اور آپ کے خیالات اور طاقتور ہو جاتے ہیں, آپ میں اور کانفیڈنس آ جاتا ہے. تیسرا, آپ کی کمیونیکیشن کے سکلز اچھے ہو جاتے ہیں, آپ کے اندر طاقت آ جاتی ہے کہ آپ بہتر انداز سے اپنی بات کو دوسروں کو سمجھا سکتے ہیں. چوتھا, آپ کے اندر کامنس آ جاتی ہے. انٹرویو کرنے کے لیے میری سجیشن یہ ہوتی ہے کہ آپ صرف 10% بولیں, 90% لسن کریں. تو جب آپ 90% لسن کر رہے ہیں اور 10% سن رہے ہیں تو آپ ایک غور سے سن رہے ہیں, تو آپ کے اندر ٹھہراؤ آتا ہے, ہلکا پن آتا ہے, بہت اچھے طریقے سے آپ اس کو دوسرے کی بات کو سننے کی صلاحیت آپ کے اندر پیدا ہو جاتی ہے. آپ کا نیٹ ورک بڑا ہونا شروع ہو جاتا ہے. اگر آپ نے پریزیڈنٹ آف پاکستان کا انٹرویو کیا, یا آپ نے کسی بھی اور آدمی کا انٹرویو کیا, یا کہ آپ نے کسی ادارے کے ہیڈ کا انٹرویو کیا, تو آپ کے نیٹ ورک بڑھنا شروع ہو گیا. اب اس کے جو دوست ہیں وہ آپ کا لیا ہوا انٹرویو دیکھیں گے اور وہ آپ پہ ٹرسٹ کرنے لگیں گے, اور وہ بھی آپ کے ساتھ کنیکٹ ہو جائیں گے. آپ ایک کے بعد ایک, ایک کے بعد ایک, ایک کے بعد سے کنیکٹ ہو سکتے ہیں. تو آپ کا نیٹ ورک جو ہے وہ بہت اسٹرانگ ہونا شروع ہو جائے گا اور بڑا ہونا شروع ہو جائے گا. اگلا ہے ٹرسٹ کا. جب بھی آپ کسی کا انٹرویو کرتے ہیں اور کاملی اس کی بات سنتے ہیں, ٹھنڈے دماغ سے بات سنتے ہیں, غصہ نہیں کرتے, مسکراتے ہیں, ایکنالج کرتے ہیں, تو کیا ہوتا ہے کہ ان کا آپ کے اوپر ٹرسٹ آنا شروع ہو جاتا ہے کہ یہ بچہ اچھا ہے, اس کی میری بات سنتا ہے, یہ مجھ سے سیکھنا چاہتا ہے, تو میں اس کو اپنا ٹائم فیوچر میں بھی دے سکتا ہوں. اس کو اندر ٹرسٹ بلڈ ہونا شروع ہو جاتا ہے. آپ کی کانورسیشن ملاقات ہو جاتی ہے ایک طریقے سے. اگلا, آپ انفلوئنسر بننا شروع ہو جاتے ہیں. آپ جب انٹرویوز کرتے ہیں تو آپ کی انفلوئنس بڑھنا شروع ہو جاتی ہے کہ یہ ایک انفلوئنسر ہے. لیری کنگ نے کوئی کام نہیں کیا سوائے انٹرویوز کرنے کے ساری زندگی, تو لیری کنگ اسی لیے مشہور ہیں اور وہ انفلوئنس کرتے ہیں کیونکہ ان لوگوں نے دیکھا کہ انہوں نے ہزاروں لوگوں کا انٹرویو کیا ہے, تو ان کے پاس علم ہوگا ان ہزاروں لوگوں کا, تو وہ جب کوئی بات بولتے ہیں تو وہ ہزاروں لوگوں کا مجموعہ آگے سے بتاتے ہیں. تو آپ انفلوئنسر بننا شروع ہو جاتے ہیں اپنی فیلڈ میں یا کسی بھی فیلڈ میں جن لوگوں کا آپ انٹرویو کرتے ہیں. اس کے علاوہ آپ ریسرچر اچھے بن جاتے ہیں. جب بھی آپ کسی کا انٹرویو کرتے ہیں تو آپ کو ان کے بارے میں ریسرچ کرنی پڑتی ہے. جب آپ ریسرچ کرتے ہیں تو آپ کو ریسرچ کرنا آ جاتی ہے. اس کے بعد آپ کے اندر جو کیوریوسٹی ہے, آپ ان سے اچھے سوال کرتے ہیں تو آپ کے اندر اور کیوریوسٹی جاگتی ہے, تو آپ اپنی کیوریوسٹی کو بھی بڑھانا شروع کر دیتے ہیں اس طریقے سے, اور آپ اس سبجیکٹ کے اوپر کمانڈ حاصل کرنا شروع کر دیتے ہیں. اگلا سٹیپ ہے آپ اس کے ذریعے پرابلم سالو کر سکتے ہیں. اگر آپ ایک ہی سبجیکٹ کے اسپیشلسٹ کے ساتھ انٹرویو کرنا شروع کرتے ہیں, مثال کے طور پہ پانی کا سبجیکٹ آپ نے لے لیا اور آپ نے 500 لوگوں کے انٹرویو کیے جو صرف پانی کے اسپیشلسٹ تھے, تو آپ کے پاس ان تمام 500 لوگوں کا نیٹ ورک آ گیا, آپ کے پاس ان تمام 500 لوگوں کا علم آ گیا, آپ کے پاس وہ تمام سلوشن آ گئے جو پانی کے مسئلے کو حل کر سکتے ہیں. اب آپ خود ایک پانی کے پرابلم کے اسپیشلسٹ بن گئے. اب آپ لوگوں کے مسئلے حل کر سکتے ہیں کیونکہ آپ نے 500 لوگوں کے انٹرویو کر لیے. کتنا زبردست طریقہ ہے, اتنے آرام سے اتنے سے ٹائم میں آپ اپنے اندر اتنی زیادہ چیزیں ایڈ کر سکتے ہیں سمپل ایک انٹرویو کرنے سے سوشل میڈیا پہ.
Hello everyone. So let's start this session uh, with BASHAM Zen, and I am here, Muhammad Ali, who is hosting this session. And let me know about something new about climate. So BASHAM Zen, could you tell me what is climatic change?
Ali, can you hear me now? It's fine.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, thanks God. So let me introduce myself first of all. I'm a freelancer. I'm a visual artist. Academically, I'm an MBA with specialty in eco businesses. So I I studied, and I'm going to promote the ecopreneurship. So we hear a lot these days about climate change. Everyone is talking about it, but there are very few people who have a plan. What to do. So the point is what to do for. Now we all know the opponents of climate change. They existed till 90s and early 2000, but now they all admit that it is real. It's not a hoax. Okay, Ali. So the thing is that what should we do as an individual, as a nation? So you ask me, what is climate change? So just imagine our Earth. This is a room, like this hall, and it's closed. Okay. Do you know the greenhouse? Have you seen it, Ali? Have you seen a greenhouse?
The
So our
greenhouse
planet
effect.
is like, yeah. So it's like it's a plastic sheet. It's wrapping a very big kind of form. And the heat can enter it, but the heat cannot go out. So our
Right.
atmosphere is like that. It's like an invisible border. Like a coating, invisible. So we feel like we are in space, but we are not. We are in our atmosphere. So we are producing a lot of heat by burning fossil fuels. After the industrial revolution, all these things gone so fast that we have increased the temperature of our planet by 2 degrees already. 2 degrees centigrade. It's a huge thing. It's enough to melt down a lot of glaciers. So you see the floods in Pakistan, they are all happening due to climate change. And all those disasters, they are happening right now. So this is the most simplest thing I can just explain. Like we are heating up our room, and one day we'll not be able to live here. So we have to take the actions. We have to reverse it back. So that's my answer.
Okay, Basham. So as you tried to define very precisely and very easy way what is climatic issue. So my next question is that the climatic issue, how can we solve it through education? Because our youth, our children are the future of our country, our future. So how can we solve it through education? Because it's a big issue and going worse and worse day by day.
So only the thing is that we as a nation, we never knew what is volunteering and doing something without getting paid. So this is now we have to change this. We have to do a lot of things without getting paid, without any benefits. So, so we have to teach our children like how to volunteer, the eco volunteering. How it happens. Like you are taking the school children and you are just taking them to some park and they are collecting the waste, and so we have to do it. We have to teach our children to plant trees. So how to do it? Like why the children will do it? So you can do this one simple thing. Just give them extra 10 marks, in the final exam. So the teacher, the principal say, okay, you get extra 10 marks, or maybe extra 20 marks if you plant a tree, okay, and you take care of it all the year and show us the picture. It's growing. So as long as it grows, you will be getting an extra 20 marks or 10 marks, every year. So this is a simple thing that you can do. Okay. The simplest thing is that just give them incentives. And the other thing is that the Ministry of Education, they must do, the government must do, you know, I don't think they will introduce a subject like ecology. I don't think so. They will not do it. But what they can do is just adding chapters, in Urdu, in English, or maybe in social sciences, in Pakistan studies. Only one chapter about ecosystems, and ecology, you know, like like telling them all what is our earth, and how we are heating it up. So what should we do? It is all about the carbon emissions, and the heat emissions. What we can do as a human, an individual, to play our part, to contribute, to take it out, the carbon that we are exerting in the atmosphere, how to just take it back. Just plant one tree, one tree, and take care of it, and it will do it work. So maybe we can just run a campaign, try to convince our politicians that do it, they can do anything. Just add one chapter, if not in all subjects, only in one subject, maybe in English, about ecology, about the earth, or maybe only on climate change. So that's it. It's very simple.
Well, you think that adding chapters is better by doing some activities?
I say that first give them an incentive of 20 marks, they'll do it. Be sure of it. And if you add a chapter 2, they'll surely do it, because now they know why they're doing it. First, in first example, in first option, I said they will do it for the extra 20 marks. But if you add a chapter, they will know exactly why they're doing it. So maybe they plant 10 trees, not one tree. So they need to know about it.
Okay. So my next question is that what are the disadvantages facing by the climatic change? One is we are facing in Pakistan the flood issue, and what the world issue which is facing day by day to uh, the peoples of the country, including Pakistan, actually.
Sorry. So there cannot be a good thing, the climate change. We are heating up our home. So how can you expect a good thing out of it? So it's only a disaster. It's a disaster. So everything it brings is a disadvantage. Everything it brings. It's not only floods, it's desertification. So in one part of earth we are having a lot of rains and a lot of flood, and in the other part of the world we are having a fertile land converting into a desert. So this is going on. Don't you see that Africa is being more and more degenerated? Their soil is getting dyed every single day. Don't you see the famines all across Africa? It's all because of climate change. So anything that it brings is a disaster, not only for humans but all the life on earth. So here I'm not talking about only humans. I'm talking about all the biodiversity of this earth. It's just destroying it.
Okay. So, Basham, as you are Ecoist, so what
Yeah.
you are doing in this field?
Ali, I'm running a non-profit organization. It's called Ecoist, and right now we are doing 2 projects. The one project is we are trying to restore the native forests of Indus River. So do you know about Indus River, right?
No, I
Indus, Darya Sindh.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So the Indus River is like, this is the only thing that Pakistan has. Something, the richest thing. It's the bloodline. It's the lifeline of Pakistan. So we used to have a lot of forests on the Indus, and those forests used to be the home of the migratory birds, the birds that are coming from Siberia. So in every winter, a lot of birds come from southern Russia, and they leave their winter on Indus River. So we have destroyed all the forests. We have cut it down, and made the land for agriculture. And now there is no native forest, So our mission is, I don't know if it will happen in my life, but I have to start it, and I have started it. We are restoring the native forests of Indus River, one by one. So this is the first project. And the second project is that I'm working on promoting the vermicompost. So what is vermicompost? It's a natural organic fertilizer, it's called black gold. So it's made by the cow manure. It's made by small earthworms. They are red worms, So it's a cheap and very fertile fertilizer, So what it do, it just regenerates the soil. When the soil is dead, if you put it on that soil, and after some time, the soil become very fertile. So you see the crisis of fertilizer we have in Pakistan this year. It's out of reach of the farmers. So what farmers can do, they have cows. So they have to collect their manure and put some red wigglers, red worms on it. And the worms will convert it all into fertilizer. And the best fertilizer in the world is called vermicompost. So my organization, I'm doing my best to promote these two things, vermicompost, and it's called the vermiculture, like you're farming some goats, you're farming some chickens, now you could farm some worms, and the worms will give you the vermicompost, and you could sell it, and you could sell even the worms, So it's a business, it's a small business. Even everyone can do it in their backyard, in their homes, They can have a bed of it, and they can farm the worms, and get the vermicompost, and also the worms are multiplying, so they can sell them and get a big pile of money from them, So it's beneficial to us economically and ecologically. It will save the soil. So that's what we are doing.
That's very interesting. I
Yeah.
like to explore new things. So that's very interesting for me. Um, okay, Basham. Well, as we are seeing that we have many crises in climatic changes, and we are not um, taking over these climatic change uh, these days uh, in Sindh and Pakistan flood situation. So, what you want to uh, give a suggestion to government, what they will do for further future updates for climatic change or
I just
making
want to
better
say,
climatic change?
s- I wish my voice may reach them. I just want to say them, don't waste time. It's already late, So we are kind of in state of war, like we say हालत जंग, हम हालत जंग में इस time. ये सैलाब हर बार आएंगे. So these floods will ruin it, the country. So they must take action, They must take it serious, and I hope they will. They will get a lot of suggestions, like from experts. Maybe I'm not an expert right now. If they want to do it, they will have a lot of suggestions from organizations worldwide, from UN, So I just want to say them, don't waste time. Take it serious. That's it.
Okay, Basham, let's make something new in this session. Uh,
Hmm.
that as we are going changing our session, as you tell me that you are a Photoshopwala.
Yeah.
So what is this, and what the story behind this?
So I told you that I'm a visual artist, So I was, uh, I'm painting, I do sketching, I do all these visual arts, so Photoshop is the thing, that just help you to enhance and boost your creativity when you're doing it digitally, on your computers. So that's the mother of all tools that you see now, the Canva and everything, So the Photoshop is what I'm using from almost 20 years, more than 20 years, So I was a young teenage boy when I started doing it, and it was very new. And so I remember it was my Pentium 2 computer, and I was doing it. I was doing Photoshop on it, I'm photoshopping many things. I was making the digital illustrations back in 2003, So so you say that I grown up with that software called Photoshop. Okay. And now after COVID, you see, like, we find another way to earn money, to earn livelihood is freelancing, So all of a sudden, I just seen that Photoshop is a tool, like it can help you in earning up to $1,000 for a month, It's very possible. It's not a difficult task for anyone who have intermediate grip on this software, So that's why uh, I became Photoshopwala, and inspired by Sir Rehan Alawala, So I'm teaching it. I'm training people to learn Photoshop and boost their creativity, unleash it. So this is the story behind Photoshopwala.
Okay, well, Anila Wala is also my mentor, and
Yeah,
I have learned many things regarding many life issues. Um, la- well, thank you for coming. I love to connect with you, Sham, then, and very interesting session. It was interesting, and I can't explain how was this session, and I hope everyone can see this and um, approach me for further interviews. And if you want to connect Basham then for earning purpose in Photoshop Wala, he is Photoshop Wala. So when you connect with Photoshop and any types of question regarding Photoshop or Ecoist, so inbox him. He will guide, and at last I will ask Basham then, how was the session? Can you review me?
yeah, Ali, it was wonderful, and I hope you'll be successful in your life. Just be as passionate as you are right now, And it was great. And thank you so much for having me here, Ali.
Okay.
Yeah,
Thank you for coming once again.
you're welcome,
And
Ali.
okay, so here we finish our session. So bye.
Bye, Ali. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.